What's up? What's
What's
going
going
on,
on?
guys? What's up? What's up? Welcome back to another new episode of Too Much Commentary. Monday night, July
Yes.
22nd, 2024. Man, again, each week in America is just crazy. Like
Yes.
you think
Lots of
things are gonna
news.
calm down, and then the weekend happens, and wow,
Man.
wow.
Man.
So,
Um,
where do we start?
Now I know there's so much stuff, especially over on a Sunday. A lot of announcements happening on Sunday and just throughout the week. Thanks everybody for joining. I'm your host Mike. This is co-host X. Thanks to all our new we welcome all our new subscribers. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. But we got a lot of topics this week to cover.
Yeah,
Starting off,
sorry.
okay.
Oh, sorry
Biggest
about
one of the
that.
biggest most shocking news that's happened in a long time, especially over the weekend. President Biden steps down. I never believe I would hear this news coming, but it upset a lot of people. And some other on the other end, as far as our Republicans, they probably are very happy about this decision. But I don't know, like it. I never thought that the day was going to come when Joe Biden was going to step down. I just heard he gave so much pushback when everyone was telling him to step down. I didn't think it was going to happen, but I don't know. What did you see it coming, or did you think this was?
You know what, man? I think eventually, I think it was gonna come. I mean, again,
Okay.
he did say the last 3 weeks after that horrible debate performance,
Yeah.
only God Almighty was going to have him leave the race.
Yeah.
But over the last few weeks, man, I mean, just every day, more and more people kept on coming out
Yeah.
asking him to step down. I mean, it was I think on Saturday they were up to 40. So 40 Democrats were
Ooh,
asking him
yeah.
to leave.
Yeah.
So it was only a matter of time.
No, I got you. Because I did think about that too. I thought about the fact of, like, let's say you're on a basketball team and all your other
Right.
teammates,
Yeah.
everybody wants you off the team. They don't like playing with you. Kind of turns into like a toxic environment. It's kind of very hard to kind of run when, like, your whole party is against you. You already got the Republicans
Right.
against you. Now he has all the Democrats.
It
And
was
for him to be at his age,
he was tired.
it's a
He
lot.
was
It's a lot.
tired. I
It's a
get it. I
lot.
get it. And then the I would say the main thing though why he probably stepped
Yeah.
down. Well, there's lots of different reasons, but
Yeah.
another reason is the donors. So the donors
Ooh, yeah.
literally the big donors,
Yes.
they were cutting off giving him any more donations until he stepped
Yeah.
down. So
Now I got you.
what are you supposed to do?
Now I got you. Like Walt Disney, I think we mentioned this before on the show before. The Walt Disney family said they weren't going to give any more money until he
Yeah.
stepped away. So I guess
Yeah.
that pressure and everybody started getting hit in the pockets. They like, man, we ain't gonna go down with you. We got mouths to feed too. We got careers ahead of us. Your career pretty much, you pretty much lived your career. How about it? How about everyone else? But
Exactly.
yeah, but this leads us to now we're in a situation now where Kamala
Kamala.
Kamala stepping in.
Oh, and real
Um,
quick, I do want us to say her name correctly. They're getting upset if you don't say her name correctly. It's Kamala, okay?
really,
It's
Kamala,
Kamala Harris, yeah.
Kamala.
Yeah, right,
Wow.
right, right. It's funny,
Okay.
it's kinda like with, Rihanna, like, we all call her Rihanna, but it's
Yeah.
actually Rihanna.
Really?
You didn't know
I didn't
that?
know. I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah, so, I
Oh,
mean
but same with Denzel. I think it's not actually Denzel. It's like Denzel or something like that. But he said,
really?
yeah. You can look this up. His real is not really pronounced Denzel, but same thing he said. But people kept pronouncing that way. He just been going with it. But that's not the real way you pronounce it.
Okay,
Yeah,
did not know that. Wow. So
yeah.
yeah, so Kamala Harris
Kamala.
is
Gotcha.
now real quick. I want to clarify for everybody. She's not officially the nominee,
Yes.
but Biden and pretty much everybody named Mama endorsed her over
Yes.
the last 24 hours.
Yes. Yes.
So she should be the nominee. We will see
Mhm.
at the DNC convention starting August 19th, where all the
Yes.
delegates will go on and vote and officially nominate her. Or you again, it's so crazy in this race
Yes.
that someone else could actually step in over the next few days to say, hey, I want to compete against Kamala. So
Yeah.
We'll see.
Actually, and on that note, yeah, she did. She already won like a few delegates, but Joe Manchin, and I believe he's a senator. I'm not sure what state, but nevertheless, he actually, as soon as he heard Biden step down, he said he wanted to announce himself to be running as the nominee. So you already got one person already saying that they want to challenge Kamala. There's other people as well. I'm still going to pop as well.
Did he officially state it? I saw some like rumors on Twitter, but did he actually officially come out?
Well, I think he wanted to do it, but I think it may have been something to the effect of where like people were telling him he needs to stand down. But the problem is Kamala's not popular with for one, I'm not a fan of her, and there's a lot of people, including Democrats, who are not necessarily a fan of her. I remember once.
Really?
Yeah, there's a lot of people that's not
You
a fan
sure?
of her.
And the reason I say that, and I'll let you continue, is because she in the last 24 hours raised, I believe, $80 million in donations from small, big donors. So I'm shocked to hear you say that she's not popular.
Yeah, well, think about it. There's actually donors that after the debate they doubled down on Biden, and you got to consider the fact that they have an investment, so they're going to try to protect their investment the best they can. They already invested so much in like the Democratic Party, so whoever they put in, I think like somebody has said, even if Biden's head was just in a, I think they said like in a bottle, they would vote for that over Trump. So you have these diehard people who are just going to like vote for Biden no matter what. So there are going to be some diehard people that want to vote for him, but
what about Kamala though? I mean, I hear she is more popular than Biden. She's younger, she's a person of color.
Yeah, man. I agree with you. One of the biggest problems I think she's going to face is she has actually two uphill battles. As we know, one is always going to be the skin color, unfortunately, because she's black or / Indian, however, she can pass for whatever, but you're not the main color, of society. So that she has that hurdle. Yeah. And then on top of that, she has the hurdle of being a woman. So there's a lot of people who are Democrat, but they don't want a woman president. So she has to deal with that as well. So that's why it makes it it's going to be a little tough of a battle, but it may just come down to, like you were saying before, like maybe people just despise Trump so much that they'll still vote, but it's going to be tough, man. So I don't know. What do you think? You think that those two issues will kind of be a issue?
You know what? So again, none of us can predict the future, right? But if I had to compare her to Hillary, another a female that ran for president, Kamala does not have a lot of baggage.
I agree.
Hillary did have the baggage with the
emails,
of course, the Bill Clinton and all his mess, but also the whole server scandal with the emails. Also just lots of other stuff that she did when she was Secretary of State. Kamala, she actually doesn't have a lot of scandals. Now, again, she now is being elevated to the top of the ticket now. So I'm sure over the next few weeks, we'll be hearing about maybe some scandals, some skeletons in her closet. But so far, she actually doesn't seem like she has too much
competition
that you can kind of throw at her. So you know what? I think she could do pretty good. I'm curious though. I really do want to start seeing her do some more interviews again. She has been hiding for the last years.
Yeah, a lot of people have said that she seems very uncomfortable whenever they do like interviews. She has to really speak. So I think really what would help her the most is whoever her VP candidate is. She's going to have to choose somebody that can really compensate for her like areas where people don't like. For example, she doesn't really like speaking. She needs a VP that's very extroverted, likes to go out, people can relate to. And of course, as I said before, her being a person of color, it's going to have to, in my personal opinion, it's got to be somebody that's kind of white, more towards like the mainstream.
Yeah. We can't have that, all black ticket.
Yeah, exactly. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. Ticket, it ain't going to work. It ain't going to work. And preferably, it can't really be a woman either. I know a lot of people are going to hate that, but I can see them maybe doing one woman and a man, but two women, it's going to be too much. So, when I say that, it's kind of bad because
it's not too much for us. It's too much for a lot of Americans.
Yeah, there's
They're
still a lot
just
of
not ready
prejudiced people,
yet.
unfortunately, because
Yeah.
who would have been a perfect VP would have probably been like Elizabeth Warren or something like that. But because it's two women, I don't think that's going to work. And then potentially maybe like a Bernie or something could probably work, but he's kind of old too.
Oh,
he's going to have the same
no.
issue.
We can't have Biden, 80 plus years old dropping out and then get another old person.
You're right. You're right.
No, she needs somebody young. I heard that there's a few governors from different swing states that she's gonna consider. So we'll definitely see. I wish her luck. I'm very curious to see this debate between Trump and Kamala. I really wanted to see her go against a JD Vance, but now her against Trump is going to be very interesting.
It's going to be an interesting next 4 months.
And I think that happens in September. In September.
And just like you said, I mean, because technically with 4 months left, this is kind of the best option they have. We don't have time to really get to know somebody else. We got to kind of
no time. This is kind of step it up, and good luck.
We'll see. Like I said, good luck. We'll see what happens.
I was gonna say, someone else that needs to probably get good luck is our boy Chris Brown.
Chris Breezy.
Do you want to go do this story?
Yeah. So it turns out that Chris Brown and some people in his entourage, I think his one of his security guards, his name is like Siege, and then also another person, what's his name? It's another rapper. I think his name is Breezy.
Yella Beezy.
Yeah, Yella Beezy. So they were all. I guess this was following Chris Brown's tour. He has the 11/11 tour.
Yeah.
And so anyway, they invited some guests backstage for VIP. And the guests say initially Chris Brown seemed very receptive of them. He was very warm. They greeted him and said, "Hey, you did wonderful performance," so forth. And they mentioned in there he was under the influence. So then supposedly the way it goes is that allegedly. Yep. So they went backstage, and all of a sudden the guard was like, "Hey, why are you greeting those guys? You have past beef with them," and it turned into a big thing. They got a big argument, and then allegedly Chris Brown and his goons and so forth went and jumped them, beat them to a pulp, sent them to the hospital. So now there's like a $50 million lawsuit. But I don't know. What do you think? Just from what I sound like, does it sound like the typical Chris Brown? His typical, does it sound like something he would typically be engaged in, or does it sound like somebody just trying to do a money grab real quick? What do you think? You think it's possible, or what do you think?
If this was the first, maybe even the second, or maybe even the third time I heard about, Chris getting into these type of hood-like activities, then I would say, you know what, they're probably lying. But man, I mean, time and time again, unfortunately, I do hear Chris, is getting in these types of fights. And again, if I were on that level, I'm not gonna get into fights because the things like this $50 million lawsuit. I've read the lawsuits against him and also Live Nation, but
you're right.
Still, I mean, you just toured, all summer for this tour, and now you have to pay it back to 4 dudes that you allegedly beat up. I mean,
no, you're right. So technically, you went on tour just to pay them $50 million.
Right. So they went on tour.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know why.
It's
I don't know why that happened.
It's pretty rough. And then I was, it's not a whole lot of information on the alleged people that allegedly got attacked. I'm assuming they're in the entertainment business, because for them to go back to VP and Chris Brown knows them, and supposedly there's a past beef. So obviously there's, they got some type of, little, fame here or there that allowed them to go to backstage. But we're gonna keep checking on the story. We're gonna get like more updates and so forth. I'm not sure if he's just gonna maybe just shoot a little money here and there just to make the case go away, or he's gonna try to take it all the way there. It might cost him more in court to actually, go all the way than just kind of pay these people off. But I guess we'll see. What do you think? You think it's probably better for him to just pay it off, or you think he should fight it?
No. I mean, we definitely got a 50 million. We just can't give that up so easily. So no, I mean, it's definitely gonna go to court. It's gonna be he said. I'm sure if they have injuries, that's gonna help. If they went to the hospital, got medical report. If there's any, cell phone footage, there always seems to be cell phone footage everywhere.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah,
that'll definitely help their case. But man, again, just every time I'm rooting for Chris. Like the 11/11 album, great album. Again, I'm a huge Chris fan. But I just always hope that he kind of just goes on a straight, and
narrow path.
And we always end up getting into fights and just things that kind of
got a bit of a temper, but I don't know what it's gonna take. I'm assuming maybe as he gets older he'll become a little bit more mellow, but with Chris Brown you never really know. Like you said, I agree with you. Like if I hadn't heard so many stories, I would just think maybe it was like a one-off thing.
Right.
But
I've lost count how many stories I hear Chris getting into fights.
But either way, I'm a fan, just like you're a fan, and hope the best for him. I hope he really comes out of that and starts to like mellow out a little bit as he gets older. But we'll see. And on that note, since we're talking about drama and and controversy and so forth, on another note, Rachel Lindsay from The Bachelorette, she not recently, but she divorced her husband that she met on the show. And the crazy thing about this is that he wants spousal support as a chiropractor. He wants spousal support, and I think they were making her pay at least like $15,000 as spousal support. And she said it's just ridiculous because the lifestyle they had wasn't even come to that amount. But nevertheless, he's been pushing it, and the judge actually granted him spousal support, and they're kind of debating whether or not he's going to even get retroactive spousal support as well.
That's crazy.
Which is just crazy. So, and this topic is just very controversial because, it falls into the lap of, equal rights. Should, women also have to pay spousal support since men have to do it? But I don't know. What do you think about this whole situation? You think it's you think she should pay it? I mean, like, or you think I don't know. You think, as a chiropractor, I mean, I would think he would need the income, but apparently somehow, I mean, it sounds kind of like petty in my opinion. Just like, why do you need the money unless you're trying to make like some type of statement? So
let's see. So husband was what, Bryan Abasolo. I think I'm saying that right. Man, I definitely think. Well, step one, this is a learning lesson that you guys gotta get a prenup. And I think I read an interview that she said that she regrets not doing a prenup. Because again, if you do a prenup, you won't be in this situation. I think it's definitely crazy that she has to pay that much. Again, I don't know too much about their situation. Like, was he a practicing chiropractor or was he not working at all?
This is not. They haven't gone into details, but I was assuming, because I remember when I saw the show, he presented himself as already being like a chiropractor and so forth. So I'm assuming he was already getting paid. So to me, it just sounds like a lot of pettiness because maybe he felt like because he claims that she doesn't let him go to a lot of Hollywood events. She kind of wants him to almost be like a stay-at-home type of dad type of situation. Even though I don't believe he have any children, but she didn't really like him being in the limelight. So I feel like he felt kind of like she, she kind of kept him from having lots of opportunities and so forth, while she's supposedly, I guess, getting all these big opportunities and stuff, which is why she probably didn't get the, I don't think she got the prenup because she probably didn't know how big she was going to be following like The Bachelorette, but apparently sounds like she's getting little gigs here and there. So I guess he feels like she needs to cut him in on it since they were married and so forth. It's kind of like I said, to me, it's kind of petty. It's a bit petty because, I don't know, something about that, man.
No, I definitely think that's a bit much. I mean, mean, if it's a wife giving, you know, a husband money, or a husband giving a wife money, I mean, $13,000 is a lot of money. Especially if he's a chiropractor, if he has a license, I mean, he definitely should be able to, you know, get back on his feet quickly and pay his own amount. I mean, I definitely, yeah. I mean, I always get shocked when these judges actually approve it. Like, it's one thing to request it, but to actually get approved, is just crazy.
No, I agree. I just like you said, it just makes me wonder, like, how do they come up with these? You know, like, how do they rate how much you should actually get in the amount? Suppose it's supposed to be based upon the lifestyle you're living, but like you said, who needs $15,000 a month? Like, who needs that a month to kind of live and survive? You know, like,
again, just going on what I read, I think she said that he kind of inflated some of his expenses. And I guess probably deflated his overall income.
But you know, but even then, I'm like, you know, for a woman, I can see how they could kind of stretch it. They could say, where I spend as much of my hair, you know, I got kids, I got to do this, you know, this is how much it costs for me to travel here and there. But for a man, it's just like, I don't know. It's kind of like, I mean, it's just kind of hard to figure out what you would spend 15 grand on. But
I think I was gonna say, no, I think the number one lesson, guys, is you gotta get a prenup. If she would have got a prenup, this would have
even had this issue.
It never happened. You know, I think it was, you know, they met on The Bachelorette, they fell in love really quick. You know, she probably trusted him, but 4 years later, now you got to pay this man $13,000. Hopefully, $13,000, and she has to pay $15,000 for his attorney fees.
I forgot about
$5,000 for forensic expert expenses.
My goodness.
My
goodness.
She
I said she's gonna be broke, but the only thing is, I'm just trying to consider what type of gigs could she really be doing.
I didn't even know she was still working. I think she has a radio show, but I mean, she's making more than $15,000 a month.
That's what I'm trying to figure out, where you get that kind of money from. Like,
for her to pay him $15,000, she has to at least be making what, $30,000 a month.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, at some point, it's gonna kind of dry up unless she's like,
that's crazy.
On YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok or something. But
I guess so. She hopefully, like the judge, you know, probably, you know, hopefully gave her, like, you know, you only have to pay this for like 6 months.
Supposedly it says temporary, but just like you said, even with that, I'm just so surprised that even happened. Because I don't know, like, I'm just, maybe she'll fight it and then they'll overturn some of it, but it's not looking good. Like you said, if you have any chance, I guess, becoming rich or doing something well in Hollywood, you might as well get that prenup just in case. Even though you don't have nothing now, but you never know.
And remember what, 50%. I think it's even more than 50% of marriages end up in divorce. So assume that, you know, it's not gonna go good. So if you want to save your coins,
now I agree. And usually,
no, I was just gonna mention, I think he also said that he's actually living in her house right now.
So I saw that.
He's paying the full mortgage. I mean, he's living his best life.
That's
crazy.
So petty and trolling. Like, so she gotta take care of him. We can stand there and mock her, and it's just, I don't know. That's just such a petty situation. What if she read ever going on the show after all this? But
probably now. I think so.
My goodness.
Well, you know what? Maybe not, because I would say I don't know what she was doing before, but this definitely catapulted her into the spotlight. So she got all these gigs and, you know, high paying jobs because of Bachelorette.
So you're right, you gotta notice.
So you know, she found her husband, but she also, you know, is in the entertainment career.
I agree. I think she got more fame than most people would get. And for her to get like the actual Bachelorette, I'm sure there was like thousands upon thousands of women who wanted that position. And I want to say, I'm not sure if she was the first. I think she was one of the first Black Bachelorettes on
Yeah,
the show.
I think so. Yeah.
So she got a huge opportunity. So I agree. It was like a once in a lifetime type of thing. But it's just horrible that this is kind of the result of all of this. But she probably, like I said, she never probably know how it's gonna go. All she can do now is just like I said, try to make the best of it. Try to
pay the man.
Yeah, exactly. Get another man now.
Oh no. I said she just needs to pay the man.
No, you're right. Pay it, let it go away, and just kind of move on, just build from there. Hopefully they'll get work it out and he'll leave her alone and start his new life, and then she can start her new life, and then maybe she'll get a nice little gig, another reality TV gig on maybe on Big Brother or something else, or one of these other shows. We'll see.
Well, she's gonna have to find something that pays at least $15,000 a month.
No, I agree.
She can pay for Bryan's best life ever.
Wow.
But man, so yeah, but again, I know this week we got lots of more interesting stuff coming out. Again, like every day it's a soap opera in the political realm.
Yes.
So again, and it's actually Kamala. I do apologize. I just saw the comment. It is actually Kamala.
Oh, Kamala. Okay.
Yeah. It's not Kamala, but yeah. So this week is gonna
be
Kamala.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely curious to see, is anybody going to go against Kamala?
Woo.
I don't know.
Oh, and you brought up a good note. The other thing is, to anybody like listening, there actually was, and this was based off a news show I was watching. Specifically Young Turks. They said it wasn't Young Turks. It was another news broadcast. But either way, that 1,400 Black women actually put together a letter, and they pretty much said that if for whatever reason Kamala is removed and they put somebody else in there, there's going to be a huge backlash if they don't back her. Because you know, there might be, like as I said before, some people who don't necessarily want a woman president, and some people don't want another Black president as well. But they just said that if that doesn't happen, it's going to be a huge backlash. So they're going to have a hard time trying to keep a lot of their voters happy and so forth. But just like X said, we'll see. It's going to be a very interesting 4 months. But I don't know. But nevertheless, you got anything else to say about Kamala?
No. I just wanted to do the correction. It's Kamala.
Kamala.
Again, she needs to like do a commercial or something to help people out. Like it's spelled Kamala, but you want me to say Kamala? I'm sorry, I'm trying.
One of them hard names to pronounce.
But yeah. So we'll be back Wednesday or Thursday. Again, we gotta check our schedule. But again, hit us up on if there's any specific topics you guys want us to cover. Give our commentary on, and we will talk soon.
Please subscribe to our channel, hit the thumbs up, notification bell, and we'll be back with you on Wednesday.
All right, guys. See ya.
See you later. Peace.